Good morning, my friends. Today we are here to conduct the program on the students' workshop in the topic of history of Earth, and we are here to share our views about the history of the Earth, which we know ourselves. So let's start our program. Now I would like to call my friend Miss Ajita Khadga to share about the introduction of history of Earth. Now let's welcome her with a round of applause.
Many different scientists have given their opinions about the evolution of the Earth. According to the one group of the scientists, the solar system involved the star, and according to the another group of scientists, the solar system involved the two repulsion of the star. No universal theory has been proposed.
Thank you, Ajita Khadga, for your short introduction about the history of Earth. Now, secondly, Mr. Sakushal Shrestha is here to share some of his views. And let's welcome her.
In 1755, a German philosopher Kant put forward his hypothesis. According to him, there was a big gases on the space which was called nebula. After many years, it cooled down, and various particles from that nebula came out and spin the nebula, and the central part of the nebula was from the sun, and the other particles was from other various planets and Earth.
Thank you, Sakushal, for your introduction about the history of the Earth. Now, I would like to call Mr. Rajiv Barwal for put his some word about the history of Earth.
According to hypothesis proposed by James and Jeffrey in 1917 AD, a big star revolving around the sun with its attraction caused tide developed from sun. Later, the fragmented tidal material cooled and solar system was created.
Thank you, Rajiv, for your words for the history of the Earth. Now, I would like to call my friend Ms. Venu Agli to share about the information about the nebula hypothesis.
Thank you to nebula hypothesis. This hypothesis was first brought forward by the German scientist Immanuel Kant, and later on it was also improved by the Laplace. According to this hypothesis, the sun was in the gaseous nebulous state, having millions of miles, which was revolving on the sky. The mass began to shrink due to their own gravity, and it also begins to cool down. Later on, the speed of revolving of mass increased as it shrinks, which caused the loss of the masses from the outer surface of the nebula. Those separated masses from the big mass began to revolve around the inner big masses, and the inner big masses was hotter, and it was remained as sun, and the other small masses revolving around that big masses will remain at the planets and the stars.
Introduction about the nebula hypothesis. I hope, my friends, you have got some knowledge about the nebula hypothesis. Now, I would like to call my friend Mandira Gautam for the supernova hypothesis, and let's welcome her.
Hypothesis: the sun was the planets were not the part of the sun. The sun was like a star which remained, and other stars will remain in pair, and the sun was also a kind of star, and the sun was also a kind of star, and other star will be extraordinary star, and when other extraordinary stars start increasing its mass and start revolving the sun and the supernova was formed and this was exploded and the other mass coming from the supernova and the other mass coming from this supernova formed the satellites and the planets and the solar system was formed.
Thank you, Manira, for your beautiful description about the supernova hypothesis. Now, I'd like to call my friend Mr. Tiwai to describe about the dust cloud aggregation hypothesis.
Thank you, Pinu. Dust cloud aggregation hypothesis. After Second World War, Dr. C. von Weizsäcker and Usher has put forward this hypothesis. According to this hypothesis, planets were not formed from sun, but it was formed from the dust cloud aggregation and nebula in the Milky Way. Thank you.
A short and sweet description about the dust cloud aggregation hypothesis. Now I'd like to call my friend Atal Sharma to describe about the geological time period.
Thank you, Pinu. I'm here to share some of my views about geological time on the basis of history of the Earth. The Earth's geological history lies about 4.6 billion of years. Due to various scientific tools, books, and modern technology, it has unlocked some clues about the geological history from its origin to the present. Actually, geological time is the time scale that covers overall geological time from its origin to the present. The present geological time is based on radiometric dating and records of fossils.
Thank you for your short and sweet description about the geological time period. Now I'd like to call my friend Mr. Kapil Bandari to describe about the eon.
Thank you, Pinu. And now I'm here to discuss about eon. Eon is the largest unit. The Earth's age is divided into 3 eons. They are the Archean, the Proterozoic, and the Panerozoic eon. The Archean is the earliest eon. The time before the Archean eon is also known as pre-Archean eon. During the time of pre-Archean eon, the formation of Earth was placed. The Archean eon and the Proterozoic eon collectively is also known as Precambrian eon. So there are mainly 2 types of eon. They are the Precambrian eon and the Panerozoic eon.
Thank you, my friend Mr. Kapil Bandari, to describe about the eon. Now I'd like to call my friend Mr. Pachit Thapamagar to describe about the Precambrian and Phanerozoic era.
Thank you, Vinu. There are mainly 2 types of eon. There are firstly Precambrian eon. It lasts from 4,500 to 25 million years ago. Under this eon, there are another 2 eon. They are Archean eon and Proterozoic eon. Archean eon started from 4,500 years to 2,500 million years ago. Another eon is Phanerozoic eon. The Phanerozoic eon started from 540 million years and continues till now. Thank you.
Alright. Now, after the completion of the performance, now it's time to interaction period. So it's time to ask the question from you, and they will be answering your questions. So if you have any questions related to their topic, then you can ask them. And if you ask a question, you can raise your hand and you can say that to whom you want to ask and with their name.
I like to ask question to Renu Agri. My question is like this. Scientists have stated that evolution of Earth is made from either sun or either stars. Why?
Thank you for the question. Because different scientists have their own basis on stars or on the sun. They have made their own basis to explain the solar system. So they have their own different hypothesis according to whom they have made basis either sun or the star.
Thank you for your question. Now, if anybody have another questions, you can raise your hand. To whom you want to ask questions?
To Mr. Prachit Thavanga. Mr. Prachit, my question is, why Paleozoic era is called the era of fish?
Thank you, Vivek Sharma. Paleozoic era is also called the era of fish because during this era, there were many fish found. Fishes dominated this era.
I want to ask my question to Sakushal Shrestha. As you stated the hypothesis of nebula, what do you mean by nebula?
Thank you, Mr. Siddharth, for your question. Nebula is a huge mass of gases and dust. Do you get it?
Anybody? Do you have any question on your mind? Boys, girls? If you have any kind of questions related to your topics, then you can ask them.
Okay. I want to ask my question to Mr. Atal Sharma. And in a speech you told that about the radiometric dating. So I want to know what do you mean by radiometric dating?
Thank you, Alex, for the next question. That's very nice question. Radiometric dating is a modern technology of finding the age of plants and animals by the records of fossils and studying fossils.
I'd like to ask my question to Mr. T. From where exactly did the dust cloud came from?
Thank you for your question. I'd just like to say that it is only hypothesis and it is not scientifically proved. So we have not got any statement or basis that from where that dust was formed. Thank you.
Thank you also, my friend, for the beautiful comments about related topic. I hope, my friends, you all have got some knowledge about the history of the earth and the evolution of the earth. And I will also like to thank you all because you have for your kind cooperation and coordination to make our program fruitful and knowledgeable. And lastly, I'd like to conclude this program by saying that try not to be a man of success, but try to be a man of value. Thank you.